Halo semua! Today we are at Sipirok in Medan. So let's go in and try out its roasted meat. Can't wait. Let's go inside. So here we are inside, and it's about 11 a.m. and we're here for the cow's feet soup. It's not technically a foot, but it's a cow's bone they've cut in half, and they've got you can eat the marrow right out of it. So we're here a bit early. Apparently the cow's feet soup isn't going to be ready till about noon. So we're going to sample some other things on the menu so you can see what they are. And I get to eat them. You can come here and try this too. It's on Jalan Sunggal in Medan, and it's fairly central to Medan. You can see the restaurant behind me is kind of old style, with fans, open air. There's no glass in these windows. It's just kind of open air, well ventilated. It's a bit crowded, but our table is a fair distance away from other tables during COVID, and it's I'm excited. It's going to be good. Okay, here we have beef stew. This is the specialty of sipirok. This is roasted beef with sambal and raw onions. No sugar, so I can eat it on my keto diet. And this is tiny shrimp in a little sauce. These little things here, I forget what they're called. Pate. Huh? Pete. Pete? Pate. Are these gross to eat? Okay. Okay, good. I'll try that. There's dried anchovies with chili. More of that. Oh, that's where you're seeing that. Some very assorted greens and this deliciousness.
Papaya flowers.
Papaya flowers. Papaya flowers and beef soup. While we're waiting for our cow's feet soup, we're gonna snack on some of these taste treats. I like that they're all small, but they're all really powerful flavors. So you don't have to eat very much, but you get a nice selection of a lot of really good flavors. I can't wait. Let's eat. Let's try first the famous dish. This is roasted beef with sambal and raw onions. Let's try. Yeah. Yes, I do. Sambal is really spicy, but not sweet. The raw onions give a nice crunch, and the meat is good. The sambal is hot. I think the average Westerner who's not used to Indonesian food might find it a bit too spicy. I think I'm going to find it a bit too spicy after 3 more bites. And then you'll see me sweat and drink a lot of tea. That's why whenever I go to eat in an Indonesian restaurant, at least 3 iced tea. Because it's spicy. This is the dried anchovy. I'm not. Dried anchovies are really salty and kind of fishy. There's a strong fishy flavor, but they're crunchy because they've been dried and then fried. They're really good. Okay. I'm going to try the papaya flower. Papaya flower salad with chilies. Really good. This is the krill shrimp, tiny little shrimp. in sauce, like a curry sauce it looks like. I have to say the beef with the sambal and the raw onions is my favorite. Really good. No, it's not spicy. Why do you ask? All right, let's try the soup. The beef soup. This is a little bit of beef. And the beef, this is mostly beef fat, which is so flavorful. I know a lot of people think fat is gross, but for me, fat is flavor. Listen to the crunchiness. Listen to the crunchiness. That wasn't crunchiness, that was a motorcycle. Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it. I love Indonesian food. It's so good. Like these lotus flower salad. Not lotus flower, this is papaya flower. Papaya flower salad. It's the coolest little greens. They have this really unique kind of tart flavor. Enak sekali.
Kepedasan bapak itu makan cabai rawitnya.
Ya bahkan saya suka itu. Itu panas tapi untuk saya normal. Saya tinggal sudah 10 tahun. Amerika Serikat. Thank you. And nice people here too. These are the leaves from cassavas. This is cassava leaves. It's a really bitter green that is in a kind of curry sauce. And if you're Indonesian, you know what this is. You know what it tastes like. But if you're American, or Western, or not Indonesian, it's just really bitter greens in a nice curry sauce. It's really good. It's quite bitter, but it's a really good counterpoint, especially if what you're eating is spicy or sweet. The bitter greens contrast with it really well. I'm sure the tiny little shrimp. Can you see the tiny shrimp there? And not. This is papaya leaves. Just gonna put that in the water. This is papaya leaves, also kind of a bitter green. I've had the papaya flower, and now I'm going for the papaya leaves. Interesting. Papaya leaves They don't taste like collard greens, but they're very similar in flavor to collard greens. I mean, it's not identical, but they lack the peculiar tang of collard greens. But other than that, they're kind of strong, bitter greens. I like papaya leaves because they remind me of collard greens, which I used to eat at home, cooked by my beloved and sainted mother. That's good. Now I'm gonna let the spiciness in my mouth die down and wait for my cow's feet soup. It has arrived. This is the cow's feet soup. It's not really a foot, it's a joint. But come here, take a look at this. Come on here. Take a look at this. Oh, hey. Take a look at this. Excuse my fingers in the shot. So it's the joint of a cow's leg. And it's got quite a lot of meat on it, as you can see. It's in soup. It's quite a lot of meat. Wow, yeah, they got a nice big chunk there. But then look in there, look at that. Look inside there. That's marrow. That's bone marrow that I get to eat. So they give you a straw, so you put the straw in there and suck out the bone marrow. I'm ready to get involved with this. I don't know where to begin. Are you getting one? Okay. Surgery time. That is bone marrow. There is nothing better than bone marrow. All right, let's see what I can get out of this. Normally, when you get this, you would just take your handy-dandy straw and stick it down in there and slurp out the marrow. There is lots of sayings in poetry and English literature about sucking the marrow of life, because marrow is the most nutritious and delicious part of any animal. This cow, see if I can slurp any out of there. Let's try. Enak sekali. Normally, you would just take this with a straw and get it out. It's the marrow of the bone, and it is the most delicious part. It's fatty and flavorful and just overall incredibly yummy. I get to eat it now. I could just take it little bits at a time and really enjoy it and savor it, but I think I'm just gonna take a whole spoonful off. Excuse my shaking hand. That is delicious bone marrow. Oh my God. That is delicious. Oh my God. Now, you can cut off all this soft cartilage around it. And this cartilage has been slow cooked. So it's not like marrow, but it is soft, deliciously well cooked. Just neat, soft, tender beef and beef cartilage that's softened up so nicely. It's good for collagen, good for your skin. Don't judge by my face. I have noticed that it's a bit noisy in here. And that's So, a lot of it is bone, but you also get these big, delicious chunks of meat. Okay. So good. Look at it. Look at it. So good. Okay, everybody, here's the determination. First, let's do comfort. The chairs are nice and solid. The chairs are fairly comfortable. It's open air and it's quite close to the road, so it's quite noisy. And there's you smell vehicle fumes. So for that level of comfort, out of 5, I'm going to give it 3, 2.5, 3 out of 5 for comfort. Well, let's give it a solid 3 for comfort because the chairs are nice, but it's quite noisy, and I'm smelling car fumes. So I'm going to say 3 for comfort. As far as service is quite good. They were straightforward. They didn't say, yeah, we'll have it for you in 2 minutes, and then brought it 15 minutes later. They said it'll take an hour, so that we knew the decision we were making, and we decided to wait, and it came out quite a bit sooner than an hour. So I'm going to say service is, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. because 5 out of 5 is for, oh my god, that's amazing. My glass was never empty. They were very attentive and friendly. So 4 out of 5 is really high for a non-fancy restaurant. What else? Let's see. Taste. The flavor of the food. Enak sekali, so great. The food was wonderful. I'm gonna go 4 out of 5 again because while it was delicious, actually, wait a minute. I'll do this. I'll give it a 5 out of 5 if I hurt myself eating too much because I couldn't stop eating. It was so good. Yeah, it was. I mean, the cow's foot soup, the meat that comes on the cow's foot, put me over the top. I ate more than I should have, so I've kind of hurt myself a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 5 out of 5 for flavor. It was delicious. The roasted beef with the sambal sauce, especially good. Really tasty. Oh man, I ordered too much food. Well, I blame my wife. My wife ordered too much food. Love you, honey. What else? Value. For the price, for the food that we got, and the enjoyment and the experience. The price, very reasonable. I'm not going to rate it 1 through 5 for price, but I'm going to say it's value. You get good value for your money here. It's not cheap. This is not by any means a cheap restaurant, but it's not pricey either. For what you get, it's a very fair price. They give you a lot of meat. And for me, that's what I come for. I'm here for meat. So they give you a lot of meat for the money that you pay, and the food has been properly cooked with care and attention to detail. Yeah, I love this place. And if you find yourself over near Gatong Seproto or Jalan Sunggal, Jalan Sunggal or Gatong Seproto, if you find yourself in this area, do stop by and have lunch here because it's good. The cow's feet soup becomes available at 12, but if you come here before that or they run out, that's okay. There's plenty of really delicious food to eat. You won't have any problem eating really cheaply here if you eat rice. You order a nice big plate of rice and a few little delicious things to mix with your rice, and you're gonna have a nice economical meal. If you're looking for a lot of meat, then be prepared to spend some more money, but you're gonna find that here too. Overall, I love the place. The walls kind of need a paint job. You can tell this restaurant has been here for a while because the tables are pretty old and obviously old, but they're clean. And I find myself once again wishing that the really great restaurants that don't overcharge have AC, but probably one of the reasons they don't overcharge is they don't have to pay for AC. So I love this place. Come give it a shot. I'm not trying to find all restaurants that I love, but so far all the places I've tried have been really good food. Because this is in Indonesia and in Indonesia, the food's good. I feel like I should try a bad restaurant. So if you guys know a bad restaurant in Medan that you think it'll be funny to watch me eat at, tell me in the comments below. Because so far, every restaurant I've tried, I've really kind of liked. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. Please do hit the like and subscribe button if you got a second. And if you liked my videos, please share with your friends. If you didn't like my videos, please share with your enemies. Bye, everybody.